Ladies and gentlemen, today let's delve into a fascinating aspect of human interaction, a glimpse into the subtle yet profound actions that can warm a man's heart and build an unspoken connection. Sometimes the smallest things make the biggest impact, and women possess a beautiful ability to touch the lives of those they care about in ways they might not even realize. Here are 8 such cute little things women do that guys secretly adore. There's something profoundly captivating about a woman who radiates genuine happiness. It's not just about her smile or the sound of her laughter. It's about the energy she brings into a space. When a woman lights up with unfiltered joy, it creates a ripple effect, lifting the mood of everyone around her. For men, this kind of happiness is magnetic. It's a reminder of life's beauty, a spark that ignites a sense of wonder in an otherwise mundane day. Consider this: a man comes home after a stressful day at work. The weight of deadlines, meetings, and expectations bears down on him. But as soon as he opens the door, he's greeted by his partner's face lighting up with excitement to see him. In that instant, the tension in his shoulders eases. Her joy doesn't just affect her, it transforms the entire environment. It's as if her happiness gives him permission to let go of the burdens he's carrying, even if just for a moment. This isn't about forced smiles or performative cheerfulness. What men deeply value is the authenticity behind it. When a woman smiles because she's genuinely happy, whether it's from a small win in her day, an inside joke, or simply being present in the moment, it's infectious. It reminds him to slow down, to find beauty in the little things, and to reconnect with the joy he might have lost in the grind of life. Let's take a specific example. A couple strolling through a park on a crisp autumn day. As they walk, she notices a patch of colorful leaves scattered on the ground. She pauses, picks one up, and admires its intricate patterns as though she's seeing something magical for the first time. Her excitement is pure, childlike even. And as he watches her, he can't help but smile. It's not just the leaf that's beautiful, it's her reaction to it that is seemingly revealing, and her ability to find wonder in the simplest things reminds him that happiness doesn't have to be complicated. This kind of joy is a powerful force. It acts as a counterbalance to the struggles and challenges that men often face silently. Many men are conditioned to be stoic, to suppress their emotions and focus on solutions. But when they see someone they love radiate happiness, it's a gentle reminder that life isn't just about fixing problems. It's also about savoring the good moments. It's about the shared laughter, the spontaneous smiles, and the simple, unspoken connection that happiness brings. And this goes beyond personal relationships. A woman who lights up when she's happy becomes a source of inspiration. Her joy has a way of energizing those around her, sparking positivity in places where it might otherwise be absent. Men find themselves drawn to this energy because it represents something they might struggle to access within themselves, a raw, uninhibited expression of emotion. And it's important to understand that this doesn't mean women have to be happy all the time. Men value authenticity above all else. It's the moments of real joy, untainted by pretense, that hold the most weight. When a woman can let her guard down and simply be herself, delighting in a funny story, laughing at a silly mishap, or basking in the glow of a quiet moment, those are the memories that stay with him. Thoughtfulness is one of the most profound ways a woman can make a man feel truly seen and valued. It's not about grand gestures or extravagant gifts. It's about the small intentional acts that quietly communicate, "I care about you." These moments may seem insignificant to the one giving them, but to the recipient, they carry an emotional weight that lingers far beyond the act itself. Imagine this: a man is rushing out the door for work, juggling his briefcase, phone, and car keys. As he grabs his coffee, he notices a sticky note on the cup with a handwritten message from his partner. It says, "You'll do great today. I believe in you." It's a simple act, but the impact is profound. That one note becomes a beacon of encouragement during his day, a reminder that someone sees his efforts and values him for who he is. Thoughtfulness is powerful because it demonstrates attentiveness. It shows that a woman has taken the time to notice the little details about a man, the way he likes his coffee, the music he listens to when he's stressed, or the fact that he always forgets to pack his lunch on Thursdays. These small observations might seem trivial, but they build a foundation of connection and intimacy. They tell a man, I see you, and I care about the details of your life. One story stands out. A man shared how his partner would always prepare his favorite meal on days when she knew he had a difficult meeting. She didn't announce it or expect praise for it. She simply did it because she understood how much it meant to him. For him, those meals weren't just food, they were an expression of love, a tangible way she showed him that she cared. Men often carry a quiet burden of expectation to be strong, to provide, to succeed. In the midst of these pressures, thoughtful gestures become an oasis. They remind him that he's not alone, that someone is walking alongside him in life's journey. And it's not about solving his problems or fixing his struggles. It's about being there, offering support in subtle, meaningful ways. Thoughtfulness also creates a sense of safety. When a man knows that his partner pays attention to his needs and cares for him without expecting anything in return, it builds trust. It's an unspoken assurance that she's invested in the relationship, not just in words, but in actions. Consider another example. A woman notices her partner's favorite band is coming to town. Without making a big deal of it, she surprises him with tickets. It's not just about the concert, it's about the fact that she remembered something that matters to him. These moments of thoughtfulness aren't about material value, they're about emotional connection. Thoughtfulness, in essence, is love in action. It's a way of saying, I see you, I hear you, I care about you. And for men who often navigate a world that demands strength and resilience, these small acts of care become a refuge, a reminder that they are valued not for what they do, but for who they are. Playfulness is one of the most endearing traits a woman can possess. It has an uncanny ability to break down walls, soften tough moments, and breathe life into a relationship. A woman's playful nature is not only delightful, but also serves as a reminder to men that life doesn't have to be so serious all the time. In the midst of responsibilities and pressures, her light-hearted spirit can create a safe space where he can let his guard down and simply enjoy the moment. Consider the power of a small, unexpected act of silliness. Perhaps she playfully steals his favorite hoodie and parades around in it, teasing him about how much better it looks on her. Or maybe she initiates a spontaneous tickle fight when he's feeling a little grumpy. These moments of lighthearted fun don't just create laughter, they dissolve tension. They remind him that joy can be found in the simplest of interactions, even during challenging times. Playfulness has a way of strengthening bonds in a relationship. For instance, one couple shared how they started a running game of leaving funny notes for each other in unexpected places, on the bathroom mirror, in a jacket pocket, or even tucked inside a grocery bag. Over time, this little game became a cherished ritual that brought them closer. It wasn't the content of the notes that mattered as much as the effort and thought behind them. Men deeply value this kind of creativity and fun because it signals that she's invested in keeping the relationship dynamic and alive. Men also find a woman's playful side irresistible because it gives them permission to embrace their own sense of fun. Many men have grown up learning to prioritize hard work, discipline, and seriousness, often at the expense of play. But when a woman teases him, challenges him to a silly competition, or shares a funny anecdote, it sparks a part of him that may have been dormant for years. It's not just entertaining, it's liberating. Playfulness isn't confined to laughter either. It can be seen in the way she experiments with affection, like pretending to ignore him only to surprise him with a kiss, or how she might jokingly call him out when he's being dramatic, making him laugh at himself. These moments of humor and spontaneity create an atmosphere of ease, reminding him that love doesn't have to be a heavy, solemn, it can be fun, vibrant, and light. Beyond personal interactions, a woman's playful spirit can bring out a man's inner child, the part of him that craves adventure and excitement. For example, imagine a couple going on a hike. Along the way, she dares him to race to the top of a hill or splash through a stream. These acts may seem insignificant, but they create memories that last. They also allow him to feel alive in ways that often get buried under the weight of daily obligations. Playfulness fosters a sense of connection that words cannot always achieve. It's a shared language of laughter, a bond that grows stronger with every inside joke and silly moment. Men appreciate this because it shows that their partner values not just the relationship's serious aspects, but also the joy that comes with simply being together. Encouragement is a powerful gift, and when it's offered without judgment, it can transform the trajectory of a man's life. Men often carry an internalized pressure to succeed, to be providers, and to meet expectations, whether from society or themselves. In these moments, having a partner who believes in them and offers unwavering support can make all the difference. Picture a man who's just experienced a setback, a failed business deal, a missed opportunity, or a personal mistake. The self-critical voices in his head are already loud, questioning his worth and abilities. Now imagine his partner steps in, not to criticize or point out what went wrong, but to offer a kind word. You're capable of overcoming this. I see your effort and I know you'll find a way forward. That kind of encouragement doesn't just boost his confidence, it grounds him. It reminds him that his value isn't tied solely to his successes or failures. Men secretly admire women who can offer this kind of reassurance because it provides something they rarely admit they need: emotional safety. When he knows that she's in his corner, cheering him on without judging him for his missteps, it strengthens his resolve to keep trying. Encouragement becomes a powerful motivator because it's rooted in trust and belief. One man shared how his partner's encouragement changed his life. After losing his job, he felt defeated, questioning whether he was capable of starting over. Instead of pushing him to hurry up and figure it out, his partner gave him the space to process his emotions while subtly supporting him. She left articles on career options on his desk, introduced him to people in her network, and most importantly, reminded him every day that she believed in him. Her quiet yet persistent faith in his abilities gave him the courage to take risks he wouldn't have otherwise considered. Encouragement without judgment also fosters vulnerability. Men often struggle to open up about their fears and insecurities, fearing criticism or disappointment. But when a woman creates an environment where he feels safe to share his thoughts without fear of being belittled, it deepens their emotional connection. She becomes not just his partner, but his confidant, the one person he trusts with his innermost struggles. Take another example, a man who dreams of pursuing a creative passion like writing or music, but feels hesitant because it's not a practical career choice. If his partner supports his dreams rather than dismissing them, it validates his aspirations. Even a simple "I love seeing how passionate you are about this" can fuel his confidence to take a leap of faith. Men treasure this kind of support because it's rare in a world that often measures worth solely by tangible success. Encouragement without judgment also strengthens resilience in a relationship. It shows that she's willing to stand by him, not just during the highs, but also through the lows. This consistency builds trust and creates a partnership that feels unshakable. Men don't just appreciate the words of encouragement, they value the steady presence behind them, the reassurance that they're not alone in their journey. Encouragement isn't about solving his problems or giving him all the answers. It's about reminding him that he's capable, that his efforts are seen, and that he has someone who believes in him unconditionally. For a man, this kind of support is priceless. It gives him the strength to face life's challenges with renewed determination. Few things make a man feel more valued than having someone truly listen to him. In a world filled with distractions, where attention is often divided between screens and endless to-do lists, genuine listening has become a rare and powerful act. When a woman listens to a man with full attention, without interruptions or judgment, it creates a space for him to feel seen, heard, and understood. Imagine a man coming home after a long day. His mind is cluttered with unresolved work issues, personal responsibilities, and the emotional weight of it all. He starts talking, maybe about a challenge he's facing, or perhaps something as simple as an observation he made on his way home. When she looks him in the eye, puts her phone aside, and gives him her undivided attention, it communicates something profound. You matter to me. What you're saying is important. Genuine listening isn't just about hearing the words, it's about understanding the emotions behind them. For instance, when he shares a frustration about work, it's not just the details of the problem that need acknowledgement. It's the deeper feeling of being overwhelmed, unappreciated, or uncertain. A woman who listens with empathy picks up on these emotions and validates them. She might say, "That sounds really tough. I can see why you'd feel that way." Those simple words can make all the difference, turning what could have been a lonely burden into a shared experience. Men often struggle to articulate their feelings directly. Social conditioning teaches many men to suppress their emotions, to be stoic and self-reliant. Because of this, when a man does open up, it's a significant act of trust. A woman who listens without judgment or the urge to fix everything honors that trust. Instead of jumping in with solutions, she lets him express himself fully, giving him the space to work through his thoughts. Consider a real-life example. A man confesses his worries about a major career decision. He's weighing the risks and benefits, but doubt creeps in, making him second-guess his choices. Instead of offering advice right away, his partner listens intently. She asks thoughtful questions like, "What's most important to you in this decision?" Or, "What do you think would make you happiest in the long run?" By doing so, she helps him clarify his own thoughts without imposing her opinions. This kind of listening isn't just beneficial for him, it strengthens the relationship. It builds a foundation of trust where he knows he can rely on her to be his sounding board, his safe haven. Over time, these moments of connection deepen emotional intimacy, creating a bond that goes beyond surface-level interactions. Listening with genuine interest also means being present in everyday conversations, not just during serious discussions. Whether he's sharing a funny story, talking about a new hobby, or reflecting on a childhood memory, her engagement shows that she values not just his words, but his experiences, his history, and his perspective on life. Men notice this. They may not always express their appreciation directly, but they feel it deeply. Active listening involves more than just silence. It includes nodding, maintaining eye contact, and offering affirmations like, "That's interesting," or "Tell me more about that." These small gestures signal that she's not just hearing him, she's absorbing what he's saying. They create a feedback loop of trust and openness where he feels encouraged to share more. In relationships, listening is often underestimated, but for men, it's one of the most profound ways to feel loved and respected. It's not about agreeing with everything he says or always having a solution. It's about creating a space where he can be himself without fear of judgment or dismissal. A man's ambitions often form a core part of his identity. Whether he dreams of climbing the corporate ladder, starting his own business, or mastering a craft, his goals give his life purpose and direction. When a woman actively supports his ambitions, it doesn't just validate his efforts, it strengthens his sense of self and reinforces the idea that they're a team working toward a shared future. Support doesn't always mean grand gestures. Sometimes it's as simple as expressing belief in his abilities. When she says, "I know you can do this," or "I'm proud of how hard you're working," it fuels his motivation. Men often internalize doubts, questioning whether they're good enough or capable of achieving their dreams. Her words of encouragement serve as a counterbalance to these insecurities, reminding him that someone believes in him, even when he struggles to believe in himself. Imagine a man working tirelessly to launch a small business. The hours are long, the risks are high, and the financial strain is real. His partner sees his effort and finds ways to lighten his load. Maybe she takes on more household responsibilities during the busiest weeks or helps him brainstorm ideas for marketing his products. These acts of support show him that she's invested in his success, not just for her benefit, but because she genuinely wants him to achieve his goals. Support also involves patience. Ambitions often come with setbacks, delays, and moments of doubt. A woman who can stand by a man during these times, offering reassurance instead of criticism, becomes an invaluable source of stability. For example, when a man faces rejection, a failed pitch, a lost client, or an opportunity that didn't pan out, her ability to remind him of his strengths can help him recover more quickly and keep moving forward. Consider a couple where the man dreams of becoming a writer. Writing is a solitary, often grueling pursuit filled with self-doubt and long stretches of little tangible progress. His partner doesn't just wait for him to make it. She celebrates the small victories, a completed chapter, a positive critique, or even the act of sitting down to write despite his doubts. By valuing the process as much as the outcome, she shows him that his effort matters. The support also means recognizing that his ambitions are part of who he is. It's not about pushing him to succeed for external validation or financial gain. It's about respecting his dreams as an extension of his identity. When she asks about his goals, listens to his ideas, or gets excited about his progress, it reinforces the idea that she sees and values him for more than just his role in the relationship. Men notice these things. They notice when she takes an interest in his work, asks how his day went, or remembers a milestone he's been working toward. They notice when she refrains from criticizing him during setbacks and instead offers a listening ear. These moments of quiet, consistent support leave a lasting impression. Supporting his ambitions doesn't mean sacrificing her own. It's about mutual encouragement, where both partners champion each other's dreams and work together to overcome challenges. This dynamic creates a relationship where both individuals feel empowered to pursue their passions without fear of being judged or held back. For men, knowing that their partner believes in their vision provides a sense of strength and purpose. It fuels their drive, sharpens their focus, and inspires them to strive for more, not just for themselves, but for the shared life they're building together. Thoughtfulness is one of the most subtle yet profoundly impactful ways to show love and care. For men, these small gestures, a note tucked into his lunch bag, a cup of coffee waiting when he wakes up, or remembering to pick up his favorite snack, carry an emotional weight that often surpasses grand, elaborate displays of affection. They communicate that she's paying attention, that she understands the little things that make him happy, and that she values his presence in her life. And these seemingly simple actions demonstrate a deeper emotional intelligence. When a woman takes the time to anticipate his needs or bring a small moment of joy into his day, it shows him that she values not only the relationship, but him as an individual. For example, think of a man who's had a particularly stressful week at work. Without needing to be asked, his partner sets up a relaxing evening for him, porting his favorite takeout, putting on a movie he loves, or simply creating a space where he can decompress. To her, it might seem like a small act, but to him, it's a powerful reminder that he's cared for in ways that words alone can't express. Men often find it challenging to articulate their emotions, which is why these gestures resonate so deeply. A cup of tea made exactly the way he likes it, or remembering his quirky habit of needing the TV volume set at a specific number, may seem trivial, but they reflect an intimate understanding of who he is. These actions say, "I see you, I know you, and I cherish you." This kind of attentiveness creates a sense of security and belonging, which is essential in building emotional intimacy. Thoughtfulness also has a way of reinforcing connection in daily routines. In long-term relationships, where life can sometimes feel like a series of logistical challenges, these small acts cut through the noise and remind him that he's loved for more than just his contributions or accomplishments. For instance, a woman might pack his favorite meal for lunch on a random Tuesday, not because it's a special occasion, but simply because she knows it'll make him smile. Or she might notice that he's low on energy and take over a chore he usually handles, giving him a moment to rest. These actions, though seemingly minor, create ripples of affection that can strengthen the relationship over time. Real-life examples bring this concept to life. A man shares how his wife once left a note on the bathroom mirror before an important job interview. The note simply read, "You've got this, I believe in you." It took her only seconds to write, but for him, it became a source of reassurance throughout the day. Another man recalls how his partner remembered the anniversary of a personal milestone, his first marathon, and surprised him with a small gift to celebrate. These moments aren't about extravagance. They're about the thought and effort that went into making him feel valued. Thoughtfulness also works as a silent acknowledgement of shared history and mutual care. It's those tiny gestures that reflect not just love, but a deep awareness of his personality, quirks, and preferences. For example, knowing that he hates cold coffee and reheating it for him without asking, or recognizing that he's a morning person and letting him have his space until he's ready to engage in conversation. These acts require no grand declarations, yet they communicate volumes about how much she's tuned into his world. When thoughtfulness becomes a habit in a relationship, it creates a positive feedback loop. It inspires him to reciprocate, fostering an atmosphere where both partners feel appreciated. The act of giving, in this sense, becomes cyclical. It's not about keeping score, but about creating a relationship where both individuals feel cared for and understood. Laughter is one of the most powerful forms of connection, and when a woman genuinely laughs at a man's jokes, it validates his sense of humor and his ability to bring joy into her life. For men, humor is often a way of expressing creativity, intelligence, and even vulnerability. When she laughs, not out of politeness, but with genuine amusement, it's a signal that she values this part of his personality. Humor plays a significant role in relationships, serving as both a bonding tool and a way to navigate challenges. Men often use humor as a way to lighten the mood, diffuse tension, or make a partner smile after a tough day. When she responds with laughter, it's more than just a reaction. It's an acknowledgement of his effort to create a positive atmosphere. This shared moment of joy strengthens their connection and reminds him that he has the ability to make her happy, which is an incredibly affirming feeling. Genuine laughter also creates a sense of shared identity. Inside jokes, playful teasing, and moments of spontaneous humor become unique to the relationship, forming a private world that only the two of them share. For example, a couple might laugh over a silly habit they've noticed in each other or reminisce about a funny incident that happened during a vacation. These moments become touchstones of intimacy, memories they can revisit to reinforce their bond. For men, making their partner laugh often feels like a personal achievement. It's not just about the humor itself, it's about the connection it creates. A man might tell a joke or share a funny story not to seek applause, but to see her smile or hear her laugh. That reaction tells him that she enjoys his company, appreciates his wit, and feels comfortable enough to share in the lightness of the moment. This dynamic often reveals deeper layers of compatibility. A shared sense of humor indicates similar ways of viewing the world, processing experiences, and finding joy in everyday life. When a woman laughs at his jokes, it's not just about the humor, it's about the underlying message that they're on the same wavelength. For men, this kind of validation can be incredibly fulfilling, giving them confidence in their ability to connect with her on an emotional level. Consider a story of a man who loved making puns, a style of humor not everyone appreciates. He once made a particularly corny pun at dinner, expecting an eye roll or a groan. Instead, his partner burst out laughing, and from that moment on, it became a running joke in their relationship. Every time he made a pun, she'd laugh, not just because it was funny, but because it reminded them of that initial spark of connection. Laughter also has the power to diffuse tension and bring couples closer during difficult times. A man might make a lighthearted comment during an argument or crack a joke to break the ice after a stressful day. When she responds with laughter, it signals a willingness to move past the tension and embrace positivity. This creates an environment where challenges can be addressed without lingering resentment or negativity. Humor is deeply personal, and not every joke will land. What matters is the effort and intention behind it. When a woman acknowledges this effort, even with a smile or chuckle, it encourages him to keep bringing joy into their shared life. Over time, these moments of laughter build a foundation of happiness and resilience, ensuring that the relationship remains a source of light even during life's darker moments. The beauty of these actions lies in their simplicity. They don't require grand